Hi you guys, my name is Megan. I'm super excited to be here. I am also really thankful for this platform, so I just want to say thank you to Sunday on Screen for inviting me to be on here. I am the owner of my art business, MLN Art, and I'm going to tell you today a little bit how I got started and kind of what I do, and then I'm going to share some tips for y'all at the end, which I'm really excited about. So I got started, I've been drawing ever since I can remember. I definitely just have always been a creative person, and that quickly transferred over to just always doodling everywhere. I was always drawing things for people. I was always the person at school that they wanted to like do the poster boards and like make it look pretty. I hated talking in front of people, so I was always glad to do that. I finally started taking art seriously when I started doing AP art in high school. And I actually started my business right out of high school in 2012. Just going from drawing things for people and always creating something for people, I started to get personal requests and commissions for those. And that was a really special time because people came to me with their ideas and their passions and things that they loved that they wanted done on canvas but didn't know exactly how to do. And that's where I got to come in and really help do that. And that was a really cool time for me because then I realized that I could have my own business and start this up, and I have been working on that ever since. 2 years ago I started to do full-time, and a lot of that was due to just growing a client base. I love Instagram and I love sharing my process on that, and so that really helped me just grow an audience. And I think that's really important to know because there's an audience for every type of art, even if you might not think so. I definitely always encourage artists to share. One of the other things that really helped launch my business was pet portraits, and that's something that I really fell in love with doing. I love animals and I love dogs, and I love being able to get to paint them all day, so that has been a really big backbone of my business as well. Something else I really enjoyed starting to do was pours. I don't know if you guys can see this one behind me, but I like doing pours and then turning them into something else, especially landscapes. I definitely love watching Bob Ross grow up, and I love scenery and nature and anything with water, so I really had a fun time turning that into my own. My art has a really dreamlike essence to it. I definitely grew up loving Salvador Dali and just how he put things where they're not supposed to go. And I had a hard time figuring out what my style of art was for a long time, and I finally think I settled on surrealism, but I definitely think it's its own kind. I love nature. I have really weird dreams, so I love including things like that in there. Mental health is something that's really important to me, so a lot of my work reflects that in my own way. I have been able to really branch out of what I used to do, when I started this business in 2012. From pencil to acrylics. Now I work in oils, and that has been a really special transition for me because I've been able to create work that I vibe with a little bit more, changing mediums. So that's been something that's really fun for me, and that's actually some of the tips that I'm going to share with you guys about. I've been working really hard on my business for, I guess, it's been about 8 years now. And it's been a really wild journey, and I'm really thankful to be here and to be able to share it with you guys. I wanted to share a little bit of advice just in case you're an artist and you're just now starting out and you're not really sure what to do. Social media is a huge platform, and it's there for a reason, and it has played a huge role in my life as an artist. I was really scared for a long time to put my work out there and myself out there and just be vulnerable and show the process, even if it's not pretty and I make mistakes and it's messy and just art life. But I definitely recommend sharing it anyway because there's a piece of art for everybody, and I truly believe that everyone is an artist in their own way, and to not be afraid to create something even if it doesn't look like something else that you like better or that you think someone else would like, because you really never know. So the tips that I wanted to share with you guys are mostly about oils. Obviously I learned a lot about that over the past couple years, and it's something really important to me because it's a harder medium to work with. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is colors. Whenever you use colors, you really need to make sure that you are putting the color where it goes. So if you have a reference photo you're working with, mix the colors that you see, and then just put them there. Don't worry about the details or anything like that yet, just put them where it goes. Maybe draw an outline first, that'll help like, you know, scale everything. But that really works a lot instead of going into detail very quickly. I have a really hard time with that, and every time I like hone in on detail, it gets really messy and then everything else kind of doesn't work the way I want it to. The second thing that I want to talk about is use big brushes. When you're first starting to do a painting, use big brushes, because whenever you start using little ones, again, you go into that detail that you don't want to quite start working on yet. And for oils, layering is a very big process of that, so big stuff first. Like I hide my little pencils. Not pencils. I hide my little brushes. The third thing that I want to talk about is color blending. First of all, there is no true black. So I learned, actually, I think I learned it from Bob Ross, that you can mix red and dark brown and even a little bit of blue and sometimes green to make a black that will blend better with your painting. Because when you blend black, like straight black paint, it gets very gray and just like ugly colors. So I definitely recommend trying that combination first, and then if you need true black, then you can go in last and do the details. The other thing about color blending I learned was skin tone, and this was a really fun one for me because I always tried to get the right thing and I had a lot of trial and error. So use white, a darker yellow, red, burnt sienna, but mostly white. And you want just a tiny little bit of red and a tiny little bit of yellow, just to get that little pop in the skin depending on what skin tone you're painting. And then after you mix that all together, you can add different versions of those to get the skin tone that you want. The last thing that I have as a tip for you guys is just something really fun that I really enjoyed. I actually learned it from Bob Ross. If you watch his Netflix show, he actually uses this a lot. So if you're trying to create a painting that has like a very in-depth landscape or seascape or anything like that, put black gesso down first and then put the colors you want to show up on your canvas in oil after, because it blends in, and then when you go over with white, it makes it very beautiful and very vibrant colors. And that's something that has been really fun for me to work on. That's pretty much it. I really hope you guys enjoyed everything, and I hope that you guys can use those tips at home as well.